right. So where didn't it take place? Is that this was like I would say it was a good and rewarding project, but it was also a project from hell because
we recorded so many parts of the album.
Yeah, so we started out with doing drums in Wisseloord studios in the Netherlands, and from there we started building bass parts, and we actually built our own recording facility. Our guitar player was living in like the outskirts of Amsterdam, and he had like this big rental place, and we could actually set up like a temporary studio there. So we just moved like all this recording gear and like acoustic foam and sort of build a temporary studio there, and then started recording bass, guitar, and then vocals. So that was all like a DIY project. And then we started with like test mixing with a couple of guys, and just felt like the sound that we were getting was not the way we pictured it. So we decided to throw away all the guitar parts and redo them. So we went to a different studio. Big shout out to Sebastian for lending us the studio. So we redid guitars together with Stefan, which is a Swedish engineer and also the guitar player from Within Temptation. And he helped us with the engineering for like the guitars that are made it to the record. And then we did some new test mixing. Still weren't happy. So we trashed the drums as well.
It's horrible.
Just horrible. Just recording and re-recording. So eventually we went to Belgium, to ICP Studios, and re-recorded the drums there. And then that meant, because you need to have this sort of glue between guitars and drums, so we needed to re-edit the whole record, which I did over the course of a couple of weeks. Just like days, full-on days of just drum editing, guitar editing, bass editing. From point zero again.
We recorded vocals at Daniel Gibson's home studio.
Yeah.
It's a nice studio.
Yeah, I think to explain, like Daniel Gibson is one of the guys that like I did most of the production for this record, but it was together with Daniel Gibson, a Swedish engineer, and Robert Westerholt, who is like the ex-guitar player from Within Temptation.
But he's still part of it, like productional.
Yeah, sort of songwriting wise, and they really help with like the production of this whole record. So we also got to use his home studio to record vocals, and he was also really involved with the production.
Yes, also with the songwriting for a couple of songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're really great to work with. There are a couple of. There's actually two guys that mixed the record. Most of the pretty much all the heavy songs were mixed by Josh Wilbur. So we were like a big fan of his work and got in touch with him through his management, and he was like really receptive to the music, really liked what we were doing. So together with him we started sending him over material, and he did all the mixing. And then for mastering we went to Ted Jensen, he's like a heavyweight in the music. I think pretty much everyone that does heavy music production knows, mastering wise, who Ted Jensen is. He's done some of the most classic metal albums and hard rock albums. So we got him to do the mastering, which was amazing. And then we have one, well, I would say like a slow song, like almost like a ballad.
A power ballad.
Yeah, and that was recorded later on, and that was mixed in Sweden actually. By Stefan Glaumann. So Stefan Glaumann, he worked with Within Temptation before, and RAMMSTEIN, which is like, well, I guess people know RAMMSTEIN. That's one of the biggest German bands ever. So we loved his work, and got in touch with him, and he liked the ballad, I guess. So he mixed that, and then that was mastered by Brian Gardner, or Brian Big Bass Gardner. He delivered.